So it was a wonderful dinner again. Just to illustrate, had a steak Gagana, which was 8.50 at 11.50. Had 2 glasses of wine, 2 sparkling waters. I had a cheesecake. What else? I had garnish with the steak, and the total was 18.11.5, which is €9. And in Sofia that would easily be twice the price. That's not to brag or something, but just to give you an illustration of the prices and how things are. You know, quite different depending where you are, which is probably the same everywhere else, but yeah, you can see that it's a significant bargain if you travel through the provinces. Either way, I'm finishing the night with a nice coffee, which, just to illustrate as well, is 1.5 leva. So we're gonna enjoy that, and wish you a wonderful evening. Right, good morning. It is now Sunday. In a few hours, about 4 hours, I'm going back to Sofia by bus. But now I have some time to explore the hills around Etropole. So I'm going to some small settlements, most likely abandoned, through the forest. It is a lot warmer today, no snow, so you can see how the weather is completely different in one day. And yeah, in a few hours I'll get back down to the hotel, pick up my luggage. They gave me until 2 o'clock to check out of the hotel. Then I can go have lunch and get to the bus station. So everything nice and slow. It's not necessarily an expensive trip these weekends, but if you do 2 overnight stays and all the little things, the meals, together with the transport, you easily reach €100 for a full weekend. So for what you get, it's nothing, but still, I'm alone. And it does add up, let's say. So it's definitely worth it to check out these places. I see it as an investment of my money as well, to get to know the place I live. And you get to know yourself a bit better, your limits, what you like, what you don't like. So I would say it's pretty cool. There's something here. Like a little cafe. That's a mountain hut, Hija. So a beautiful location. Nice trees, fresh air. Hija Rudinata. There's like a, isn't that a sort of like a mill or a mine or something? Like a grove. Vrug. Maniak Kamak. Bovenets with Bilo Planina. I know a lot of places I never heard of. You can just see how big Bulgaria is. Every time you go to a little area, a region, you explore like a completely new landscape. And that's the nice thing about this country. It has it all. It is a bit like the US, even in a small country. where you have everything with all the potential as well. And if you compare that to the Netherlands, that is such a limited country. It has very little to offer in terms of exploring like this. And here I've been busy for 6.5 years now. I have been to every region, every major city, and still there's lots still left to see. It's a big country, and it is full of hidden places. A place like this, a forest like this in my country, will be overrun like people. We don't even have a forest like this. This is already higher than our highest mountain. And here you get 1 million of such places. 1 million places, of which we have none in my country. In this way. Now my country has some nice things, but honestly I'm not impressed by the nature. The cities are cool, but that's about it. The villages. If you go for this type of adventure, you're better off in Bulgaria, definitely. Most definitely. Nice hikes. Freedom. And just an amazing place to be. I'm still considering if I should stay here for a much longer time, because I find 6.5 years a bit of a threshold. To be honest, I thought I'd have left a long time ago. I had a job offer in Germany last year. I didn't want it, didn't take it, because I didn't see things going the right way there. That was before the whole situation of 2020, and now look at Germany. I had a sort of sense that I'd be better off here, and it proved to be the case. But what will it be after Bulgaria? I'm probably not staying here for, let's say, 5 more years. At least I can see it happening. Although my life is good, I need to start making a hike in my career and salary, and work towards some prospects, and eventually realize my pension, which I want to have earlier, at least a decade earlier than 65 or 67. I want to have more financial independence, and although my life and standards here are good, when I travel anywhere outside of Bulgaria, I notice that my finances are still quite limited. Although I have them all for myself and I can afford to travel, I notice that I need to pay close attention to what I spend. And I want to eventually realize that, and I think I'm worth it in terms of my capabilities, that I don't have to look twice after what I do in my personal life. That's how I live in Bulgaria, but that's also how I want to live on an international standard. You might think that's a far-fetched goal, but it's not, because I've designed my whole life after being flexible. That means that no apartment, no car, no relationship, nothing. No cohabitation, no kids. I never will have these things. So when something in Singapore comes along for 5 times the salary, 10 times, I'm gone, of course, like anyone else would. So how tight is my bond with Bulgaria? Tight enough, but to me, home is wherever I lay my hat. It's not necessarily that Bulgaria is the best place to be, although admittedly it is in a lot of ways. It is more that wherever I would go, I will get the best out of it, out of the situation, make the best of life. And I'm very good at that. Very resilient and able to enjoy myself on my own. So that's what I would also do in any other place. And eventually I'll need to start making some more advancements, because I don't want to be in the quiet backwater in terms of my my work, my career, although it is still good. Eventually some changes will need to be made, and if everything goes well in your life, look out for that you don't become too comfortable and let other things pass you by. The world is very big, and that's also what I'm keeping in mind. There's opportunities everywhere, and I've done about 7 years of chilling, getting to know my capabilities, let's say, getting to know a whole new side of life. Eventually at some point I'll need to pull the plug, start over somewhere else, unless things really start advancing here as well. I'd be able to make some bigger steps towards my financial independence, being able to set aside enough for my pension, then I wouldn't even consider leaving. But at some point expenses go up, salary needs to go up as well. Your lifestyle changes, and that needs to be financed. So I'm approaching my 30s next year. Let's say I have about a year to decide to you know, consider what I want to do. It's a significant milestone because I've gotten rid of all my study debt. That's finished, and now I'm able to do what I want, and I've designed my whole life after that. So anticipating this major milestone in my life will be the 30s, the point where I have some reserves to be able to make a move again and start packing, I guess. But all that depends on a lot of things. There's some big crisis coming right now. Might as well stay where you put. But a single guy can take risks, especially in his 20s, 30s, that a lot of other people can't. Or even if they could, they wouldn't have the nerve. So I try to have nerve in all aspects of my life. To have courage, just go for things. Otherwise, life passes on. So, but we'll see about that. I can at the same time look at long-term prospects, and at the other time enjoy life day by day. Because you never know. Never know how next week will be, even, especially these years. Anyway, going to proceed a hike.